Ten Hag insists Man United are not in crisis despite defeat against Brighton. So Brighton beat Man United 3-1 at Old Trafford on Saturday, which condemned Man United to a third defeat in 5 league games. They have not, which is us, United, they have not started a campaign as badly for 34 years. Erik Ten Hag says he had to take off Rasmus Højlund because he cannot play a full 90 minutes. Yo, everybody, this is Man United Central. Thank you so much for being here. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic weekend. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. That way you do not miss any new videos coming out of this channel. All right, let's jump back into the video. So according to Sky Sports, Ten Hag felt Man United were unfortunate after VAR disallowed a first half equalizer from Rasmus Højlund. Guys, I'm sure you all were jumping out of your seats when we saw that goal, man. We have been unlucky. We've been unlucky. That ball, like when Marcus Rashford, went to that byline and crossed it, it was very close. We saw in the World Cup, I think Japan had a goal, I think, allowed because, it was that close. The ball didn't go out all the way. It was unfortunate for us because, man, that could have been a turning point in our game, right? Because that could have made us, we could have equalized. And then at that point, our momentum could have, pushed on. But we saw that goal disallowed. That was heartbreaking. I was jumping out of my seat, man. I was like, yes, our boy started with a bang. He finally, he scores at home at Old Trafford. That's what we need, right? So anyway, let's see what else this article says regarding that. According to Ten Hag, stick together and stick to the plan and the rules, and we will turn this around, right? He added that he was asked, okay, does it bother you the way we've started the season? He said, yes, it bothers me, but he says, I have to see the way we play. It's about character. We have to see how strong we are and how the team sticks together. Players standing up and showing character, because in all the games, especially the game today, which is against Brighton and against Arsenal and Forest, we have seen we play well and create chances. But we also have some improvements to make, and we have to step up. This is very true. Yes, we saw Man United when we started a game, the first 15, 20 minutes, we were on it, right? Yes, he changed the formation. We played with that midfield diamond. We hadn't tried that before, so it's kind of risky to, test that against Brighton. Brighton is a well-drilled machine. Like, they play so well. Like, they played us off the park yesterday, right? And De Zerbi, I gotta hand it to him. I gotta give it to him because he outclassed Ten Hag completely, right? The first 15 minutes, I saw a stat somewhere. We had like 65 possession of the ball. And then De Zerbi, what did he do? He tweaked the formation, made his fullbacks wide. That was it. It nullified us. From that point on, the stats flipped. Right, they had the 65% possession. We were like at 30 or something like that, which it was the masterclass because we could not get to the ball. It looks like they had it all the times in the world to pass the ball around us, right? So let's get back to this article and see what it says. Right, and Højlund was taken off in the second half for Anthony Martial, who had scored 2 goals in the last 15 games, with Man United being 2 down and chasing the game. So basically, the Old Trafford crowd openly booed the decision before applauding Højlund's promising first home performance following his 72 million move from Serie A. So Ten Hag says he was being cautious, which is true. He was being cautious with Højlund, who arrived at the club with a stress fracture in his back. but insisted there was no ill feeling towards Martial. So basically saying, look, guys, Højlund is not fit to play the 90 minutes. And it's true. I was thinking of that too. Like, man, we're chasing this game. Why are you taking Højlund out? Because we saw that he was positive. He was creating some issues. He was dropping back, playing with his back to the goal. He was, it was a positive spark. So taking him off, we're like, what? At this point, we're chasing the game. You should be bringing Martial, bringing more firepower instead of taking Rasmus. But that's the explanation, guys. So basically saying that Ten Hag was insisting that if Højlund gets injured because he is not capable to play 90 minutes, then we are much further away from where we want to go, which is very true. We have a bunch of games coming up. Like in the next couple of days, we'll be at the Allianz Arena facing Harry Kane and Bayern Munich. Boy, guys, it is not getting easier for us, right? So again, he had to be cautious, and that's what he did. He took him off. Of course, us, the fans, we didn't really understand the dynamics behind it, but that's what he did, right? So basically, said that Ten Hag added that the booing was because Rasmus came off, but I think Martial last year when he played, he had a positive effect on the games. When he is fit, he will contribute. He's not top fit at the moment, but he is improving. When he is 100% fit, he will contribute like last season. So it's true. Martial, it's the number 9 that we needed last season. But of course, with him, made of glass, he's always hurt. But he's hoping that this season he will kick on by having someone else to kind of share that number 9 role. So we'll see about that, right? Because we definitely need some goals. Yesterday we saw that we created chances. We can create chances, but we were not putting the ball away, right? Positives that I saw yesterday, Region starting on that left-hand side, he was positive. He was in the game as if he has been playing with us for the longest time. You can see that his experience, driving on that byline, trying to cause havoc, trying to make some crosses and stuff like that. So Region was pretty a positive spark for me. Of course, another positive was Rasmus Højlund. Starting was, I like that. Of course, the goal was scored by Hannibal when he came in. Ten Hag said, look, he brought him in to increase energy, to spark something in that midfield, and Hannibal took his chances. And that's what Ten Hag wants with his players. When you get a chance to impress, you come in and you impress. And Hannibal did that, gave us some kind of hope in that midfield, because that midfield was crap yesterday. They couldn't do anything. Like all the 3 goals that we conceded, they were the same. Basically, the midfield was supposed to track the opposing player. They didn't. It was the same. The ball went to the wing. It was crossed back in, and then boom, they shot it. It was done. All the goals were the same because the midfield didn't track their player. All right, Eriksen didn't track the player. Like it was McTominay. It was shambolic, basically shambolic, and I cannot wait for Safian Amrabat to be fit. That way he can help in that midfield, because even Casemiro yesterday, was like he looked tired, right? He looked tired. All right, let's get on to this article again. Gary Neville has put in his 2 cents in there. He says, look, I just got back from Old Trafford, and you always have to be optimistic pre-match, but the most concerning thing is that is what we ended up watching wasn't a surprise. It's true. Were you guys surprised we lost? Not really. A lot of people tipped us to lose because, hey, Brighton is that good, right? So this wasn't a lack of effort or a group of players not interested. This was a team well beaten by opponents that were well drilled and knew what they were doing. Simple as that. It's true. You can see Brighton does not have those big name players, but they knew what they need to do. So that was key for them beating us. And and Ten Hag and Gary Neville continues, says, and yes, the Glazers are responsible. It's how it works. You own a business and everything good and bad sits with you. They inherited the best in all areas. They have overseen 10 years of mediocrity off the pitch and on the pitch. They set the culture of greed, ill discipline, indecision, and uncertainty that runs right through the club. It would be best if they sold the club with some speed and efficiency and allowed at least the off the pitch items to be corrected properly. That reset the tone and the culture, which is very true. There's a lot of off the field stuff that going on with our team, and Ten Hag is right there, had to juggle all this stuff. It's not an excuse for us losing, because listen, with off the field stuff, fine, yes, we're dealing with that. Ten Hag is dealing with that, but we needed to show what we're about on the pitch when we get a chance, right? To show that we can put those two things apart. Off the pitch, on the pitch, that's what they do. So we would hope that, they could have shown us yesterday, but again, they didn't, and you know what, we ended up losing. Am I Ten Hag out? Because I know there's a lot of people saying, oh, Ten Hag out, what next? You're gonna get rid of Ten Hag and bring who? No, I am never gonna be Ten Hag out, because this guy needs time to build this team. Ten Hag needs time, guys. We gotta give him time. Rome was not built in a day, right? We have a whole bunch of issues that need to be dealt with. You gotta give this man a chance, because out of all the coaches that we've had in the past, I think Ten Hag is one that has a vision, has that Alex Ferguson mentality that we need to get us to where we need to be. Same thing, Alex Ferguson, when he came to Old Trafford, he didn't come in and then we started winning trophies from the get-go. He was given time. So we gotta give Ten Hag time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell as you're rolling out, and chill, wait, because there's video coming up here, that YouTube thinks that you will enjoy. So hang in there, check it out. Let me know what you all think. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.